Dominick Cruz is still the underdog ahead of his fight against Marlon Chito Vera. See if fighters agree in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
I'm excited for that fight. I'm excited to see how that plays out. I think Dominick's gonna. I predicted Dominick would win, and people think it's biased, but I also thought Chito was gonna beat Rob. I thought Chito was gonna beat Frankie, and he kind of did. So
it is very interesting. The movement of Dominick Cruz always creates lots of questions for me because, if you take that part of it completely out of the equation, I think that changes maybe your analysis of the fight, but that's just not how it is. You can look at Chito's style and how he attacks, how he deals defensively, how he grapples, how he wrestles, how he kicks, and it doesn't really matter because there's no comparison to Dominick Cruz. His movement changes how every single person he's ever fought fights. So I can't even give you a fair analysis because I can tell you Chito's good here, maybe he's got a hole here, maybe he's going to have problems here. But all of that's going to probably not going to make any sense once you get into the fight because Dominick's going to force him to fight a way that he's not going to ever have fought before. That said, Chito's obviously the bigger, stronger, more powerful guy. And that's kind of probably always been the case for Dominick. He's just not the physical specimen. He's a fantastic athlete, but as far as just his power and explosiveness, Chito absolutely has an advantage there. I think that Dominick's going to have to really be on his toes as far as not taking anything big. He's going to have to keep his legs safe because Chito is a good leg kicker. It's a really interesting matchup for me.
Would you favor Chito, though? I think he is the betting favorite going in.
Probably. And really, I think Dominick's the more, I don't even want to say technical because Dominick is very technical, but it's not like in the traditional sense of the word, I suppose. It's really the power is where it kind of comes in it for me. I think Dominick probably wins every second of that fight as long as he can keep from getting hit with something real hard.
That is a good one. Is that a fight night or is that are they main event? Their main event of the fight night? Ooh man. So Chito Vera gets better as the fight goes on. I think Dominick Cruz for a good amount of time he's going to be using his footwork. He's going to be doing a really good job of not being there. So that's a hard one. It's a really good one because Chito Vera is a notorious slow starter. He doesn't start off the fights very fast. He kind of builds momentum over time, and I don't know. That's kind of a hard one because Dominick, I don't know how Dominick Cruz looks because he's also on that ladder. He's on the latter half of his career. I know he's still searching for a title shot. So, that's a tough one. Who's the underdog right now? Just because Chito's on the roll, I'm probably gonna have to go with Chito.
I think Cruz is gonna win that fight. I think Cruz will just cruise him. I think that, Chito's last two fights, man, he was kind of losing. He lost a lot of minutes in that Rob Font fight. He got the win and, he got, a couple knockdowns and it made for a nice highlight. But if you look at the fight as the 25 minutes that it was, he was losing, a lot of it. And then he caught the guy. Against Frankie, he was losing a lot of that fight and then caught him at the end, And there's nothing to, I'm not saying that that's not a way to win, but it's also not the most impressive way to win. It's not like he's dominating these guys, and I think that Cruz is smart enough to deal with that amount of power and then cruise him,
Chito Vera, man, especially I'm a big fan of Rob Font, and Chito Vera took it to him. Chito and I fought on the same card a while back, back when we were both a little less seasoned, and he's always been super cool. He's always said what's up. And he's just developed such a fun style. Talk about a guy with some durability. That's a durable man. And Dom is great, but he's not young, and I think Chito wins that one pretty handily.
Man, that's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna pick against Dom. I'm gonna go Chito for this one. Man, Chito's been on a run. I don't know if Dom can out grapple him, and I think it's gonna be tough on the feet for Dom to hang. Kicks a lot, knees a lot. It'll be tough for him.
Man, it depends which Dominick Cruz shows up, but Chito Vera's been really strong. He just took out Rob Font, and I would have thought Rob Font would beat Dominick Cruz and Chito Vera beat Rob Font. So by the math, I take Chito Vera.
I don't know. I think I think Dominic's gonna pull it off. I think he's gonna use that movement and just maybe probably just point fight him.
I'm gonna go Chito Vera. He's an Iridium Sports Agency guy, so yeah, I'm gonna take it with Chito. He's up and coming. He's got to ride the streak.
I got Cheeto, man. Dominick Cruz is one of my all-time favorites. His footwork, his movements. But I'm a Cheeto Vera. I really like Cheeto Vera, man. I think that he's come a long way, and he's only getting better. His striking's phenomenal. He's very violent with his elbows, and I think that's gonna throw off. I think it's gonna throw off Dominick Cruz. So to me, I got Cheeto Vera winning that fight. But I see it going the distance. I don't see that going anywhere near the finish.
Oh man, I love Dom. You know what I mean. So, but I have Cheeto in that one, honestly. But I want Dom to win. My heart says Dom.
I think Cheeto. I think Cheeto's looking really good lately. He's obviously improving all the time. He's on a good run of form. And I just think he's very good. I think he can go all the way up and fight for the belt with his skill set. But Cruz showed in his last fight against Pedro, again, another one. He may sort of be one of these guys that seem like they've been around forever, but he's not necessarily done yet. I think he'll have some successes with the wrestling, but over 5 rounds, I think Cheeto will be able to eventually catch him, if I'm honest.
That one's tough because you know what? They're both so good. I'm gonna go with Cheeto here. He's just a little bit more durable than Dom is. I don't think that he's as fast, obviously, but we saw with Rob Font, you know what I mean? Cheeto can take a game plan and kind of tear it apart. So I'm going to go with Cheeto on that one. He's fresher. He's not as injured. He doesn't have as many miles on him. And I think that Dom is probably on the latter half of his career. I'm going to go Cheeto there.
Man, I'm a big fan of the old school guys, but I'm a young guy coming in to take over the division just like Cheeto Vera is, and I'd like to see Cheeto Vera take the win on that one.
I think Dominick Cruz. I think it takes very specific and special guys to figure out Dominick Cruz's footwork and work around it. We've had a few guys now that have kind of figured it out and kind of got the better of him, but I still think with Cheeto's style, I think we can see the old Dominick Cruz and a lot of footwork and a lot of, kind of picking them apart and stuff like that, and probably see Dominick win by decision.
I think Dominick Cruz.
I'd say, unfortunately, Cheeto Vera. But, yeah, I hope Dominick Cruz gets it.
What, do you not like Cheeto or something? Or?
No, that's a fight I'll definitely come back down to 135 to smash him about. So it's a fight that I've been chasing for ages, but I'm not going to get it now where he's been active and doing very well for himself. I won't take that away from him.
I'm going to take Dominick. I'm going to take Dominick. I think Cheeto's destined for big things. I just don't think this is the fight for him. I think Dominick's movement is going to be too much.
I got Cheeto, and I want to see him fight for the title. I really like his character, and I just really like his warrior spirit, and I hope to see him fighting for the title real soon.